Now, I've checked out quite a few lists online of what many consider to be the hardest games of all time, and one of my personal favorites, Contra, is often near the top of those charts. And I gotta say, Bill Reiser ain't got nothing on these plumbers in this brutal installment of the Super Mario series, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Oh man, and it's even way more brutal than Mario is Missing. But in a good way, of course. So we're looking at the enhanced remake for the Super Nintendo that was included with the Super Mario All-Stars compilation, which was also re-released on Wii. But the Lost Levels is actually the real Super Mario Bros. 2 that was released in Japan for the original Famicom in 1986. It had the same graphics and premise as the original best-selling classic, but with some slight modifications. Most notably in its completely brutal, brain-smashing, controller-throwing, agonizingly painful, sick and twisted difficulty. Yeah, this game's kinda hard. The new levels here seem to be constructed by some mad scientist, carefully plotting out the inevitable doom for any players who think they can just run and jump through this like they did in the first one. From the layout of the platforms to the timing and meticulous placement of the enemies, everything seems to be out to get you in the Lost Levels, and then laughing at you every time you die. There aren't any new monsters to speak of, but some of them definitely exhibit more aggressive behavior. The red piranha plants wait for no one, Hammer Brothers will not stop advancing on you, and even bloopers can fly around in the air. Man, even powering up can work against you whenever you encounter the infamous poisonous mushroom. And, some of the stages feature wind. What is this crazy place? And what sick bastard designed this stuff? But besides the added challenge, there were a few other interesting things introduced, most notably the choice of playing as Mario or Luigi, each with slightly different controls. Mario is the same as before, but his brother can jump slightly higher and he slides around a bit more on the ground. And for some reason, the two-player mode was removed because of this feature, but this definitely adds a bit of replayability if you're badass enough to beat this monstrosity. And get this, there's 8 worlds with 4 stages as before, but if you beat the game 8 times consecutively, you unlock worlds A through D. And there's also a world 9, kinda like the secret minus world. Man, beating all that stuff is a true undertaking that I can't even fathom accomplishing, especially without the luxury of saving and continuing that was granted in the 16-bit remake. This is easily one of the most difficult games I've ever played, which honestly also makes it addictively fun, to a point. I might sound like I'm complaining a lot about how hard this is, but hey, that's the whole reason this game exists. Play it on Super Mario All-Stars, or try out the Famicom original on the Virtual Console, if you dare. For attaining true Mario mastery, you have to take a dive into this truly terrifying side of the Mushroom Kingdom.